Day 31. We are in the last 10 days leading up to Easter, of course, Palm Sunday, but it is starting to get heavy, and today it is kicking right off. Day 31, it is called No Escape. Matthew 27, 33 to 34, when they came to the place called Golgotha, which means skull place, they gave him a drink of wine with bitter herbs. When he tasted it, he refused to drink it. Now, we're not fully talking about all of the aspects of the crucifixion. We're really focusing on this aspect of he refused to drink the wine with bitter herbs. And you'll see in this chapter why it's called No Escape. It is really a sedative, the wine with bitter herbs. This is a sedative that will make it easier for people to handle the suffering. In fact, and I had not seen this before, but in Proverbs 31, it says, "Give strong drink to the one who is perishing, wine to those in bitter distress. Let them drink and remember their misery no more." So already it is acknowledging that pain and suffering is extremely, overpoweringly overwhelming, unimaginable, especially on this scale when it comes to crucifixion. But Jesus refuses to drink it. He refuses to dull his mind, his will. He does not want to dull his emotions. He does not want to escape the present, painful, agonizing reality of basically his dying moments. Why? Because he wants to be fully present, and there are specific moments that are captured, most likely because he was not drinking the wine with bitter herbs. He was fully mentally there, even though it feels insane to me. The desire to escape life's circumstances, particularly its challenges, is a deeply human experience, a predicament that each and every one of us can identify with and relate in one way or another. It's why we will go to our favorite television show at the end of the day, why people will drink a bottle of beer, a glass of wine, why we'll wrestle with trying to check out at times. And for one person, the show the show might be a way to be inspired. Social media might be a way to be inspired, but it also could be a fleeting attempt to simply cope or get inside a different story than your own. The bottle of beer, glass of wine, it could be a celebration, as something to enjoy, something to appreciate, or it ends up being a chain around their neck, a numbing device they don't know how to live without. So looking at these things, they're escape routes for us. And God alone can see the inner workings of our mind, our hearts. But at this stage, again, Jesus is refusing to escape this moment. He is refusing to escape what could happen next, even with his dying breaths. He will not, and the author puts, he will not risk. He must not risk the clarity of his mind, the strength of his will, the control of his emotions in this most significant and final trial of his life and calling as the Messiah. And this is ultimately why God chooses him as king, as high priest. So Jesus, in his final hour, he doesn't snap, he doesn't panic, he doesn't give up either, even though he knows he's going to die. It is why when Jesus sees the women suffering, he seeks to care for them. It is why when the soldiers are doing those things to him on the cross, he is able to say, "Father, forgive them." It's why when one of the criminals speaks out and says, "Please remember me," Jesus is able to say, "You will be with me." And then, of course, we see in some of his final breaths, it's why when he sees and looks down upon his mother, he's able to say, "Here is your son. Please take care of this woman. She will be your mother." It was one of the disciples. And we look at this and see the true face of God in these moments. It is a face that is never more beautiful in glory and passion than when he is on the cross. And when it comes to the crucifixion, we shouldn't just think about an abstract theory of atonement. We shouldn't just think about what it means for us. We should really encounter what he says, the mystery and majesty of Jesus on the cross, to know this more than anything else is exactly what God looks like.